Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video. This time around I'm playing some Conan Exiles. Now, as you guys know from my previous video on Conan Exiles, I lost my server. Well, I closed my server, therefore I lost my base and everything that I had in it. So, this time around I am in single player and I'm going to set up a new base. Now of course I am going to spawn things in because I don't have actually got the time to go around grinding stuff. So I'm going to do a bit of a castle build. I'm going to make it in the same area as before because I actually quite liked it. There was a lot of interesting environmental structures to build on. It's close to Sethum, and once I finish with the base, I will then probably most likely use it for future videos. So I do want to build a giant fort or citadel type of base. It's gonna be PvE sort of thing. So this is what the location is, Sethum right there next to it. I'm going to build it similar in design to what I had before, but different at the same time. Different in that I will make some changes and improvements, and obviously this is my location right here. This is where I have used stuff in the past, so obviously I'm gonna remove that because this is where I've made videos in the past, and this is where my current base is, where I've made videos again in the past. So I want to build a bit of a role-playing sort of base. This is my location right now, so I'm going to use all of this. I'm going to make a giant base. I'm going to use all of this as well, and there I will set up a village and maybe some sort of a Colosseum-like thing. I'm going to try and make the Colosseum round-ish, maybe. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I would like to give the castle and fort some sort of a shape. Like I said, I've got a generic idea of what I want to do. It's going to be similar to the building that I had before. I kind of know the areas where I can build. Once I finish, I will delete the space right there. I will completely wipe it. I don't need it, as I'll do a lot of my testing and stuff and videos and guides from this location. And so with that being said and done, time to spawn in some materials and then start building it. So the first thing I need to do is I want to start with the kill hole part of the castle, and then like the castle ground, and then move on to the castle. Once I have that set up, I will then of course move on to the courtyard, or the, I don't know, the village area or the inhabited area of the castle. I'll set up a bank just as I did before with an underground vault system, probably larger than before, just to make it feel more like a castle, if that makes sense. I will obviously also populate the area with NPCs. I'm going to try and make it look like it's alive. Now, one of the things that kind of put me off Conan Exiles for a while was the fact that there was some issues with my server provider, and I think on 3 separate occasions I ended up losing thralls. I think on 2 occasions they had to do some sort of movement of servers from or my information from one server to the other, and in the process I ended up losing, of course, my thralls. So, you know, once you build up a fairly vast army of thralls and then end up losing it, that's a massive put off. And then, you know, that happened like three times. This being on single player, this should not happen, so I look forward to it. Trying to figure out now where I want to start the build from. I do want to make full use of this whole area. I probably want to start from up here. That should be a surface to start off of. I'm gonna straighten it and make sure it's a flat surface and then build on top of that. At least that is the plan. Yeah, we'll do that. And obviously one thing I want to look at when I'm building this is I want to make it look as if it is built into the cliff. So that is the aim of the game. Now, another problem I had with the server, somebody managed somehow to, and I'm not blaming them or anything, to actually get onto the server. So this should not be a thing. They should keep unwanted people out. So there's definitely perks there. It's just that castle took a long time to build, and this is going to take a long time to build as well, even though I will be spawning in the stuff that I once had. After I do that, I'll have to have a look at what dungeons I need to revisit on this account. This was mostly used for the purposes of making guides, and so I'm not quite sure what I have in terms of skills. Now, I'm not going to show the entire build, and it is going to be a bit of a series that I'm going to make. This will take quite a long time to set this up, but seeing as I've decided on a upload schedule for the channel where there will be a constant supply of Conan Exile videos per week, regularly speaking, I think this is just a good thing to do, and to kind of allow to build, to give content to people that actually like the Conan Exiles content. So obviously I want to focus on Ark, I want to focus on Conan Exiles, and obviously I'm gonna have to focus on Raid Shadow Legends. So those will be the games for the channel as it currently stands. There might be at some point in the future a chance of me adding what's it called, Atlas, maybe looking at that, revisiting that game. Okay, so this is my starting point. It looks like a box. I'm hoping to change that later on. I will be adding towers and stuff like that. Ideally, I would like to add functional towers, but I will also look at aesthetic looking towers, to be fairly honest. I'll take both of those into consideration. It is going to be giant though. Okay, here we are. So I've built that platform up there. Now I need to design the steps leading up to the castle. As always, I've got a general idea of what I'm going for. The end result is actually quite open to possibilities depending on what I come across, what things happen. Good, I don't really want to spend a lot of time using my pickaxe. I am gonna make it look amazing. There is so much to add in terms of like design features in the game. I like that. So like aesthetically speaking, there's a lot to add, and I think it's going to look darn amazing. Let's get rid of that. That shouldn't have been placed there. And now I know that this looks like a lot of wasted space. Trust me, it's not. I will give you a tour of what I've done later on in the video. But this is where I'm at. And yes, it looks like a giant box, but I will repair that and make sure that it does not resemble a giant box at the end of it. This is, if you want to think of it this way, the core of the building. And then obviously I'll work on the design side of things. That does mean that I may potentially have to demolish things that I put up. We'll see where that goes, to be fairly honest. So this will be the stairs leading up to the castle's kill hole. You know, that was definitely a thing historically, so I do want to have a kill hole. Now this is of course a combination of a castle and a fortress. At least that's what I'm going for. Okay. Get some more materials out. This, by the way, what you're seeing now is like, I think 3 hours into the build right now. So this is how long it's taken me. I keep looking at the space that I've got to try and fit my build within the environment, if that makes sense. I want to use the environment to my advantage. I want to make it look like the castle is actually a part of this environment, as if, yeah, I'm trying to make it look as nice as possible. And like I said, I'm only going off of a general idea, so I've got a rough idea of what I want it to look like. I just need to work out the details, and now we get a sandstorm. So maybe from here, yeah, maybe from there we'll get some height, because we do want that bank, and we do want the bank to have a basement sort of deal. Maybe like that, yeah. Maybe from that height, a basement sort of deal where the vault will be kept. So like that. That's probably the height I want to go out. I will have to measure it out. I will have to get a vault in and see if that is the appropriate height. Oh, the sandstorm. Oh dear. If you guys like this video and want to see more stuff like that, let me know down below. I mean, this is going to be, I suppose, a little mini-series in which I will be building my new base of operations. This will be a base that I intend to use both for single player when I do play the game, as well as when I make guides. So obviously the purposes of the Colosseum that I will be building, or the arena that I'll be building, will have its functions. I will test creatures against each other and stuff like that, although that's not going to be as easy as it sounds. That was okay before the leveling up system, because they were all the same. Oops. Slightly problematic, so we need some more of these foundations. So maybe not in that way. I mean, it won't be the same level unless I test out base stats, maybe. I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people have asked me to do more damage tests, but it wouldn't be an accurate test anyways, simply because of how the thralls and pets level up. I think I'm okay with this. I'm trying to figure out size-wise if this is going to be a big enough area for the kill box. I feel like I need to start the steps from further or closer to the edge, to be honest. I feel like that's a thing. Maybe from there. Let's have a think about this. Gonna get a vault out because I need to figure out if I have the right height for a start. Now do bear in mind that I will close things off with a foundation, so that looks okay-ish. So basically I'll place a layer of ceilings and then foundations on top of that, so you cannot tell that there's a difference in the structure. So maybe if I go like this, height-wise, then this should do the trick in terms of height. Now, let's place a base on which I can kind of gauge the height of the room that I want. That does not want to be there. I don't want that there. Whoops. Oh, that is annoying. Alright. There we go. Okay, so I did the testing. The vault does fit there. I decided to kind of cut it there. You'll see what it looks like as I progress. This is where I'm at currently speaking with the base. It looks like a giant square box, but it will change eventually once I add the towers, once I add the walls, once I add the fortification and stuff like that. Now, if you remember, that area right there used to be just a flat area in my base previously. Now I've given it some functionality. So let's just close this off right here. Okay, so there's a problem there, and I'm not quite sure why it's not letting me put that base, that foundation. Oops. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, I'm going to bring it up to this particular level. This will be the kill hole right there. Like that. Oh, we don't want that. So I'll close this off. So as you can see, I've got ceilings, and on top of the ceilings I will be placing the foundations. The idea is I don't want people to, or I don't want it. I want it to look like it was designed this way. You see, there's a different texture between the ceilings and the foundations, and I want to kind of keep the same texture, if that makes sense. So let's fill this up. At night, it looks pretty nice when it's lit up. If I can place that in there. No, it doesn't allow me to do that. I'll have to figure out why it's not going to allow me to do that. It's probably because I placed the lights inside, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing that there's a problem with the hitbox of the light, which doesn't allow me to place that foundation, which is so annoying. No, see, this is one of the problems with Conan Exiles that I find annoying when you're trying to build. It's like the hitbox of the brazier, slightly larger, and it won't allow me to place foundations. I'm guessing that's what's happened, so I'll have to pick those up. See, same thing over there. And then try placing them down, placing down the foundations, and then placing the braziers back up. Okay. See, it does seem to coincide. They are in a line, and I did place the braziers in a line as well. See, same thing over there. Yeah. So them being in a line tells me that that's what that is. So I'll just close this off. Oh, we need some more foundations. There we go. Perfect. I like how this is looking already. I cannot wait to set up the towers. I'm gonna have to figure out a way of doing it, so I don't have to destroy a lot of the build. But this is where I'm at currently speaking. So let's sort out this section right here. Pick these up. Yeah, we don't want to destroy it. Yeah, so you see, this is what's causing the problem. And I'll pick these up as well. Now, do bear in mind, I am thinking like sort of role playing. Yep, that was a problem. That was what the problem was. Yeah, okay. Haha. Now another problem is this. So once you've tried placing stuff down and it's not allowed you to, although you've removed the item that was causing the problem, it still doesn't want to place down. So you have to remove the structures around it to be able to place new structures so that it can snap onto that. That's another annoying feature with regards to building in Conan Exiles. I wish this bug would get fixed. There we go. So basically I've just had to destroy all of that so I can place stuff down again. See? It now works. This should totally not be a thing. There we go. And I like the fact that they snap the structures here in the game. It does sometimes come across as being slightly annoying. So this is where we're at. Oop, we don't want to go down here. Now I will give you a tour of what I've done so far in this particular build. I'm already about 5.5 hours in now. And bear in mind, all the stuff that I've used is spawned in. Like so. Perfect. We need some lights out here as well. So I will put a light here. I'm hoping that I can... There we go, perfect. There we go. Maybe another one. Decisions. Maybe another one here. Yeah, that looks okay. I don't know who's going to light them because they're quite high up, but hey-ho. They look nice. Okay, so let me give you a tour of the build so far. Now, underneath, so these are the stairs that will lead into the kill hole. This will be the kill hole right here. So it's going to be a big box, a kill box, whatever. So that is the entrance into the base over there. I will kind of build all this area out. Right there is the area underneath that will have the vault room. On top will be the bank, so I'm going to build a giant vault room. I will store stuff in there, because why not? And so that portion right there will be the castle right there. It's going to be huge. I'm going to look at building it larger than I did before. That one felt a bit cluttered, so I also need to consider putting a fountain. Now over here, this is not just blocks anymore. So this looks like that right there from the steps. This will be a inn. That's right, folks. I'm going to call it the hole in the wall because I think it's very appropriate. So I will put a sign up in here. When you walk in, you'll have counters with food. So like where the merchant will be, then you'll have tables and food and stuff like that. And for those that like extra sand in their meals, I'll have some tables out here populated with all sorts of ornamental things. Now any pub, any inn should have a cellar, and so this is the cellar right here. We'll put wine and yeah, let's call them wine barrels and stuff like that. So we'll populate it with all sorts of things right here. So this is the main level. Going up, we have, as it is an inn, we have the rooms that are out to be rented. This is the cheapest room right here, so it'll have a bed. Obviously, it is a tourist attraction, so we have a balcony for people to smoke whatever they smoke in this game. Now, this is the second most expensive room. It is fairly large, and it does come with a decent sized balcony. You know, you want to get some fresh sand in your teeth. This is where you come. And so we have the next room. These are like average priced rooms. I'm thinking of putting a toilet or something around there so they'll be en suite, you know. Or I might just put a barrel to use, a bucket. That was totally a thing, but hey ho. And over here we have the VIP suite. Ginormous room, huge balcony. This is like, you know, the presidential suite over here. And so this is it for the inn. This is actually part of the inn. I will of course populate it with all sorts of things to make it look like a real thing. This is the other entrance into the inn. Right, where do I start? I'm gonna start from down here. So these are the gates that you see from outside. This is the entrance into the wall, but this will be a little residential area. I'll put some markets and stalls and stuff like that. This will be like a villa within the wall. So maybe the innkeeper lives there. Lives. This is another little apartment that we have here. So this is an apartment, not a hotel room. I could probably make it into a hotel room, but I don't know. I like the idea of an apartment. So this is like a little corridor, street, whatever you want to call it, leading into a smaller room, maybe employees in the inn might live there. Who knows? Okay, so obviously right there, that is the presidential suite, the VIP suite. And so this is what it looks like from outside. Now do bear in mind, it'll be fairly flat from the outside. You won't be able to tell what is going on the inside. That was the idea behind it. Right here, I've decided to make the kill hole. Maybe. I still have to consider the build. Over here we have another enclosure. I've not quite decided what to do with this. This could probably be maybe the royal vault, where I keep the more important belongings. I don't know. Or maybe an armory, or a combination of the two. I don't know. I just thought it looked cool and it makes use of the space. So I'm gonna need to set up some towers and stuff like that. But this is what it currently looks like. So I'm going to go out as far as that, and so I'm kind of showing you with the crosshair. Over here, all of this will be a castle. So all of this I'm going to turn into a castle. It's going to be huge. It's going to look great. I cannot wait to finish it off. So let me show you what it looks like at night, because that is also something I want to show off. And do bear in mind that, of course, it is not fully built. This is only a small section, but with the braziers up at night, it looks pretty already. There are no ornamental things on it, on the building yet. I still have to decide what ornaments I want to get, where I want to put them up, and stuff like that. So this is what this room looks like. Maybe I'll put a vault in that corner. I don't know. I honestly have no idea where I'm going with that room. I just thought it looks cool. And so this is the inn. I'm already envisioning how this would look, populated with stuff. So another place that I think looks pretty darn neat is this right here. So as you come in this way, I personally like it. The giant house I'm going to build. I am also going to put numbers on the doors in the inn, and probably name the houses or something. I think that would definitely add to the role-playing aspect. So like these will have their names. This could be a cottage or something. I think that'll do. So obviously back in the inn, I'll show you the cellar. It feels a bit darker and claustrophobic, just like a cellar should feel like. I can get through the door, going up the steps into the rooms that will be let out, that will be rented. I might put some people living in them just because, why not? So as you can see, this is where we're at the moment. And don't forget, the rooms will be decorated as well, so I'll put more than just a bed. I will look at individually decorating each room so that they are slightly different. But yeah, this is where I'm at so far. I like the way it looks. I think it looks freaking amazing so far. There's definitely a lot to play around with once I start getting thralls in and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And from a distance it looks pretty sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, that is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.